Hello guys, what is going on? I'm Nozda, and this is the last comic review of today, the 6th review. It was going to be 7 until I realized I picked up the wrong issue of Deadpool. I picked up Deadpool Assassination, or Deadpool Assassin, one of the two, issue 2, assuming it was Deadpool issue 2. I didn't see the assassination part. Yeah, so only six reviews today. Genuinely picked up the wrong issue at the local comic book store. But yeah, today we're gonna be reviewing Lando Double or Nothing. So yeah, the only Star Wars comic I'm actually reviewing on the channel right now. Okay, it was the only one that started. I would have to buy a bunch of trades to catch up with other stuff. So which I might do. The Darth Vader one seems to be really interesting. I might next time I'm in my local comic book store, I might actually just pick up an issue and just read through it and see whether I enjoy it or not. Obviously, there might be spoilers and stuff, but that's usually how I like picking up stuff. But yeah, we shall see. But so yeah, let's just get straight into it. So this issue made me. I'm reading notes, by the way, because I read this. I read this issue like over 2 hours ago. Cause I'm reading it in the sun, and I'm reading a bunch of my comics in the sun today because it's 30 plus degrees in England, pretty warm. And I'm just. You see this fan back here? You see how it's not turned on? Well, you wouldn't know that. That's because audio. So never tell anybody I don't suffer from my art. But this issue made me fall in love with Lando and L3 even more. I love it because it's just stupid fun. It's just stupid fun. It's very much like the Han Solo movie for a lot of parts. There isn't really too much going on in terms of characters. I mean, at the start they tried to do some stuff with like L3 explaining, like Lando is really, self-conscious and stuff like that at heart, which is fine. But a lot of it's just constant action, a lot of quips, and just Lando and L3 are so charismatic together. I really love it, and I like how they're sort of introducing already a bit of L3's change, or like finding her calling of rescuing robots and stuff like that. The only problem is, droids, sorry. The only problem is that they can't really go full out that, because in the movie it's it's a revelation that she finally realizes what she wants to do, so it wouldn't really make sense for her to do too much of it in the past. Maybe bits here and there, just because you might think it's the right thing to do. But she's a lot less righteous in the comics so far, so I feel like that's going to be a character development point up until we reach the movie, which I assume is what this comic may lead up to. It's definitely going to cover Lando clearing his death and stuff like that, and maybe we'll get some Dryden Boss stuff later on. That'll be really interesting. That'll be really, really interesting, because Dryden Voss and the whole Crimson Dawn thing was one of my favorite parts of the Han Solo movie, just because of Paul Bettany being amazing. So if they do Dryden Voss in this, I can project my version of what Paul Bettany would act like and talk like, and I feel like that'd be very good. Leading on from that, actually, because I can see, I really, really love Lando, but then again, I love Tony Stark in comic form, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people, from what I've heard, find him really arrogant and annoying, which is what the character is, but then they love them in the movies. And that is because with having an actor so charismatic, it can actually make them lovable and sort of turn a lot of their really being a bad human into very comedic stuff. So what I like to do is I like to really, really try and embody the actor when I'm reading through what they're saying, and I do pauses, and in my head it's their accent, and also it's not to the point where it's delusional, but their faces move on the page as the actors would, and that really, really helps deliver the lines much better, and it makes them much more likable. But I can completely understand how people don't like Lando. Even in the movie, people might not like him, but I can completely understand why they don't like him in the comic, because he's full of himself. Even though Alfred did say that he's he might have another side to him, mainly it's just the fact that he's full of himself. Now, if I can find the page, there was a page that was bloody beautiful. Oh, found it within 3 page turns. Just the art in this comic is just so good. I really, really, really enjoy it. Very much so. Just because it happened in the last issue as well. I think there was one page, maybe even two, of just an explosion, and the fact that we're on a snow planet, everything's white, and then all of a sudden we get this bright red and orange burst of light. It's just so cool. I do like it a lot, honestly. But Lando, overall, is actiony, and he's not just talk, is what I'm trying to say there. It very much gets in the action as well, which is nice. That otherwise would be a bit less boring. Like I said, this is just non-stop stupid fun. Like, a lot of the action is just very cool. The 3 different characters doing different things. The split up thing has always been used as sort of like a trope to keep up the pace. Say it would have made sense for all 3 characters to be doing something constantly. So when there's a bit of downtime with one character, it will go to a different character, and that'd be cool. But also, just this was a character design choice, but also just the yellow constantly on the white planet is just super cool as well. It makes him stand out, it makes him look really epic as well. I just loved the way the art's playing out. I'm very excited, especially with last issue and this issue, is wanting me like coming back for more. Very excited to see what happens next. Very sad that this is a monthly series. Wish it was bi-weekly for now, but then again, there might not be nearly enough quality. I'm sort of seeing that with a few other comics that I'm reading at the moment. Don't really want to be too overly negative with a lot of the reviews, because there has been a couple today where I've been pretty negative, but we shall see in the next installments of the comics that I'm reviewing at the moment, because there's a lot of first and second issues that I'm reviewing right now, and when it gets to that magic 3rd issue, I treat it a lot like manga and anime. If it gets to that like 3rd episode, issue, whatever you want to call it, and I'm not enjoying it, I'll drop it. So pretty much a lot of them I'm going to continue reading, but there's a couple where I'm like, nah. But Lando is definitely 100% one that I'll keep reading, even if the 3rd one's not very good, which I can't see happening. Anyway, so that's me for now, guys. Make sure to check out my Twitter, link in the description. I do talk about comics and all that good stuff, movies, anime, stuff like that on Twitter all the time. So if you're interested in that, then make sure to go follow me. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.